watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900. News 25 is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Good evening. Today is Friday, April 28th, 2023. I'm Missy Kohler. Welcome to News 25. Today was a day with several vehicle crashes in Pahrump. A single vehicle rollover crash happened this afternoon on Highway 160 at the north end of town. News 25 was on scene.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, along with Nevada Highway Patrol, responded to a single vehicle rollover crash on Highway 160 this afternoon, just north of Mesquite at Blosser Ranch Road. The crash involved a woman who was traveling in a Nissan Sentra southbound on Highway 160. According to Nevada Highway Patrol, the woman allegedly crossed lanes onto the northbound and into the desert shoulder of the northbound lane when the vehicle rolled over. The car completely flipped all the way around and landed in its upright position. The driver was taken to Desert View Hospital by Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue with stable injuries. Both Nevada Highway Patrol, Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue, and Nye County Sheriff's Office were on the scene. The crash is still under investigation.
There was another two-vehicle crash this morning with no injuries reported.
There was a two-vehicle crash on Highway 160 at Dandelion Street this morning. Nevada Highway Patrol was on the scene in diverting southbound traffic away from the crash. Both roadways were reopened soon after the crash. The dark-colored Kia Forte vehicle was allegedly making a left turn onto Highway 160 from Dandelion and failed to yield when a red minivan, a Chrysler Town and Country, traveling southbound in the number 2 lane on 160 was struck by the Kia Forte, suffering major damage on the passenger side door. The Kia suffered major front end damage. The red minivan came to a stop on the grassy lawn at Saddle West RV Park. Nevada Highway Patrol moved the Kia to the curb on Dandelion so the southbound 160 roadway could be reopened. The owner of the Kia was cited by Nevada Highway Patrol for being the cause of the crash. No one claimed any injuries.
And then this afternoon, another two-vehicle accident on the south end of town with one occupant being transported to the trauma center. News 25's David Peterson was on scene.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's Office responded to a two-vehicle crash on Homestead Road at Gamebird this afternoon. The single occupant of the dark-colored vehicle stated to News 25 that he was driving on Homestead near Gamebird Road when he was struck from behind at what he described as a high-speed crash by the gray-colored vehicle. Traffic was diverted around the crash and is being investigated. There were two occupants in the gray-colored vehicle, and the passenger of that vehicle suffered injuries. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue transported the patient for medical treatment, who was flown to Trauma Center by Mercy Air. There were no entrapments. The dark-colored vehicle had a single occupant who allegedly reported to News 25 that he felt he may be hurt, but had not sought out medical treatment at the time News 25 spoke with him at the scene.
News from Tonopah and the county commissioners coming up after the break, so stay tuned to News 25.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Thanks for staying with us. Tonopah has requested a 3.21-acre parcel from the Nye County Commissioners.
The Nye County Hospital District is requesting a 3.21-acre parcel of land from the Board of County Commissioners. The land is adjacent to the former Nye Regional Medical Center. They say would aid in the construction of a new healthcare facility for Tonopah.
So it is the consensus of our consultants and hospital construction people that it would be very difficult for us to place into our RFP development of a property in which we don't own, which is the anticipation for ease of access. This would be including road work and other civil development of this particular piece of property. This would also facilitate the rehabilitation, if you will, of the flood channel that runs in front of the hospital itself. I'd also remind the commissioners that without compensation and without any further issue, they did deed the hospital property itself over to the hospital district without question. This particular piece of property is part of the same holding from the previous Nye Regional Medical Center. It has been basically subdivided into this smaller property. We do also anticipate that the hill behind the hospital, because of some geologic cracking and things like that, is also going to need to be rehabbed, which may actually impact this particular parcel as well. It would be very difficult for the hospital district, in my opinion, and solely my opinion at this particular time, to rehab a piece of property for somebody else's future use at the county's benefit under an easement, rather than for future development of other projects that the hospital district plans to undertake.
Okay, I'm not looking at a parcel map. So we have a hospital that needs to be taken care of, demoed, that doesn't reside on this property. Is that what you're saying?
That's correct. This property is immediately adjacent to the south. The hospital property itself is currently accessed via a single driveway over a FEMA flood zone that runs along the highway. That particular flood channel, as well as a couple other things within the area, the driveway itself, is all going to need to be rehabbed, which may include concreting the flood channel and several other things, subject to a civil engineer's expert opinion, of course, which would negate access to the current medical clinic and its operations.
I have a motion and a second on the floor to continue this item.
Yep. Aye.
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 Or is aye?
Carboni, aye.
The executive director of Pahrump Valley Public Transportation made an important announcement of a new route that might interest those in our community.
Hi, my name is Eric Whalen. I am the executive director of Pahrump Valley Public Transportation, and I'd just like to give you guys an update on our services. We operate Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., with our last pickup being at 5:30. On Saturdays, we work from 8 till 4, with our last pickup being at 3:30. Rides are $3 per trip, so if you need to go to the store and back home, it's a whopping $6. We have brand new vehicles. We just started service for Beatty once a week, and last night we just had a meeting with Amargosa, and we'll be starting once a week for Amargosa residents too to come into Pahrump. We arrive in Beatty at 7:45. We pick up people right there at the corner of 95. It's what's referred to as the Water District. We leave promptly at 8, and we're back in here to Pahrump at 9:15. Beatty residents have 2.5, 3 hours to shop and do whatever they need to do here in Pahrump. At 12:30, we return back to Beatty. Pahrump Valley Public Transportation has been in operations for 5 years, and over the course of those 5 years, we've seen some drastic improvements in our performance and vehicles and everything. All of our vehicles are ADA accessible. Pahrump Valley Public Transportation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. Donations are welcome and are much appreciated so we can continue our operations.
A couple of community health fairs coming up this weekend, and we'll have news on that after the break, so stick around.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Founder Sharon Black did not show for her status check regarding the COVID relief funding that she was given.
Back in October 2021, the Board of County Commissioners had an item on their agenda to approve the request of $260,000 to the Cotillion of Success under the Nye County COVID Relief Program. During the October 2021 meeting, Commissioner Donna Cox motioned to approve this application, and this item ended up being approved 4-1. The originator of this program, Sharon Black, promised the board and everyone else a 10-module class that will be professionally recorded for the students to use for many years to come. KPVM has requested a copy of these lessons several times with no success. For the last few years, J.G. Johnson Elementary School has had a volunteer instructor for these events. They also hosted fundraisers for their formal wear, such as dresses and suits. At the April 4th Board of County Commissioners meeting, Jessica McCutcheon spoke on behalf of Miss Black, although Commissioner Bruce DeBoer responded talking about how, after these funds were given, it is important that they see Miss Black to discuss this with her.
I don't believe that Sharon Black is here today to present. That's okay. I do want to give a timeline of events since the funds were awarded back in October of 21. When we have started giving COVID relief funding to entities, we did ask for programmatic reporting once a quarter. This would have been the first time that we actually heard from her. On 10
Excuse me, Miss McKitchen.
Yes.
Excuse me, please. I apologize for the interruption. It's very important that the commission supported the Cotillion for Success.
Yes, sir.
County monies was awarded, and it's very important, and I find it very necessary to get Ms. Black on the phone if she's not available in person.
At the end of the meeting, the commission asked again if someone was able to get in touch with her, and County Commissioner Tim Sutton says that he was able to get a hold of her, and she told him that she was unable to make it due to recovering from surgery. Anti-Corruption Commissioner Ron Boscovich spoke about how he thinks the Nye County funds should be controlled just a little bit better.
There's so much, but the one that really gets me is I think that we, as a board and as a county and as a group of people who all live here, need to figure out some way to put some teeth in some of these funds we're doling out to people, because we're getting screwed, and every single one of us that sit here and pay taxes are. So I don't know if this is direction to staff or what, but please help me figure out how we can make people abide by what they're supposed to do when they get funds that they're supposed to use to help people.
There's a couple of health fairs happening this weekend, and Rory is here with the details.
There will be a health fair this weekend in Nye County offering free health exams, vision screenings for ages 6 months and up, blood pressure checks, popcorn, and games for the kids. The first day is Saturday, April 29th at the Armagosa Days Festival, and the other one is Sunday, April 30th at the Beatty Community Center. Both health fairs will be held from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. We hope to see you there.
Time now for sports. Here's Mikey.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports. Stanley Cup playoffs. Golden Knights are going to round 2. They took care of business last night on home ice, ending the season for the Winnipeg Jets. Final score 4-1. The Raiders picked their number 1 pick in the NFL draft yesterday, Tyree Wilson from Texas Tech. As the draft continues, we'll keep you posted. The Las Vegas Aviators beat the Tacoma Rainers last night 9-7. And they're at home all weekend long at Las Vegas Ballpark, and the weather's really nice. Hint, hint. And just a reminder, the Pahrump Valley High School team, the baseball team, will be out at Pahrump Valley Auto Plaza tomorrow, Saturday, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., putting on a fundraiser car wash. And that's your look at sports on KPVM News 25.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Take a look outside the Lerner and Rowe WeatherCam. John's got our latest weather report coming up for the weekend, tell you what to expect, and I think it will involve stocking up on sunscreen. That's coming up after the break.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios and worldwide on the local BTV app, the app you need on your phone and you need it on your tablet, you need it in your car. Get the app, it's great. Fernley Fallon Weather Twins today. It's 86 degrees. They're checking in at 83 out there in Carson City. Tonopah, you are most chill at 79 degrees. Congratulations. It's 81 in Goldfield. Beatty's all the way up to 90. 93 in Amargosa. Hot spot, way to go. Las Vegas, 90 degrees. Perfect poolside weather out in Death Valley. Triple digits. You went up 8 degrees yesterday. What happened? 105 degrees out in Death Valley. But here in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look at our current temperature. 90 degrees, not too bad. 91 just a little bit earlier. I guess we outclassed Vegas today by 8 degrees. Congratulations. Don't we feel so good? Yes, we do. South-southwest of the winds just 6 miles per hour as the sun rose this morning at 5:54. Setting this evening about 7:28, we're going to see clear skies tonight. Gorgeous star watching as we head on down to our low tonight of 60 degrees with easterly winds at just 7 miles per hour, just whispering to us of the possibilities of this weekend. Man, is it going to be a weekend? Look at this. Sunshine tomorrow. A little bit of clouds moving in on Sunday, but temperatures in the mid-90s. Gotta love that. As the week progresses, the winds kick up a little bit. Boy, it looks like we got a 20 mile per hour average wind speed on Monday, and those temperatures drop right out of the sky as they will do as temperature dissipates. It's like blowing across a bowl of soup. Look at this. We get all the way down to 70 degrees by Thursday before we start our inevitable recovery. 75 degrees on Friday. Shaping up to be a good weekend next weekend, too. Maybe weather in the 80s, maybe 90s. We'll keep an eye on that as it gets a little bit closer, but this weekend, it's going to be bueno. All right, back to the desk. Here's Missy.
Thanks, John. The 43rd Annual International and Italian San Gennaro Fest is coming up in Las Vegas on May 10th through the 14th at the M Resort. It says right on the tickets here, just follow the smell of Italian sausage and peppers. They got me right there. We got to go to this. This is going to be a lot of fun. We've got some tickets to give away. You can even head out there on Mother's Day. There's going to be a gigantic fireworks show that night at 9:30. We've got tickets to give away, up to a 4-pack of them, and all you have to do is give us a call. 775-727-9400. The details are there for the San Gennaro Feast, the Italian and International big festival going on in Las Vegas at the M Resort, May 10th through the 14th. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. Thanks for joining us here at News 25 tonight. I hope you have a good evening. My name's Missy Kohler. Good night.